Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Indigo here. It's my last baby free day, y'all. I'm getting lit. I'm getting lit. I'm actually making Sunday dinner, which I'm really excited about. I found this recipe, this zucchini fucking recipe. I think it's squash or zucchini. I don't know which one it is, to be honest, but I like it. It tastes good. It's the acorn squash. That's what it is. I found this recipe to like make like this bowl. So I was like, damn, that looks kind of good. The vegetables and one portion of it. And then I just made, what is it? Butterfly spatch chicken or some shit like that. Where you like take the full chicken, cut the spine off the back. I use the spine to like make broth to marinate the chicken in because we don't like dry chicken. That's a no-no. But I cut it out, did that, and then you like press it down so it's like flat. I don't know. I fucking love it. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. I want my friend to taste all my food because I'm like, friend, I can cook. Let me cook for you. Because my friend works with food, but it's not the food that he likes to eat. So I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Sunday dinner, baby. It's giving nutrition. It's giving love. It's giving made from the heart. Okay. Anyways, right. So there was so there's like a group of people that are afraid to be judged. Okay, somebody could be a part of something, a group of people, organization, whatever the fuck it is you want to call it. Somebody could be a part of something. I was hearing Illuminati, something that requires you to take an oath to be a part of. Okay, somebody is scared about somebody judging them for this, and it's not even judging. I think somebody doesn't want somebody to make an assumption that they're a bad person because they're a part of something. So this may also be something that you can't talk about, and you may be afraid that this person is going to intuitively know what it is. Okay, something about events and shaking hands, how you shake people's hands, right? So there are certain codes of conduct or whatever the fuck this is. I don't know what this is. That I feel like if you're not a part of it, you don't have to subject yourself to it. Okay, so say that you're married or something like that, right? And you bring your wife to a function. Like, they're not going to be shaking your wife's hand the same way that they're going to be shaking your hand if they even touch her hand. Also, if they did go, so it's like a look. It's like a look. Something about a look. Something about eyes. Something about a look, okay? Where somebody knows. Well, somebody will be able to tell that you're tapped in, okay? Somebody will be able to tell, like, what you're a part of. So I'm getting a scenario where, okay, these are the codes of conduct, right? But somebody mistakes the person that you're with for being a part of the organization in which you're with. So they shake your person's hand like they would shake your hand, thus initiating this person into something. Because there's also somebody who oversees the whole function. Somebody who is put up somewhere and oversees the whole function. This is also given like auditions. Like, you're going to an event thinking that, I'm just gonna go have a good time. But it's actually you're being initiated into something. I don't know, this shit sound lit to me. I don't know. That's just because I'm adventurous. But I feel like whatever this is, okay, the Lovers and the Two of Cups, you could want to talk to somebody, right? I heard it's imperative that you be honest. So this could be an instruction from the divine. Okay, so somebody's path is uniquely aligned with their partner's path. So you may be in something that you feel like somebody is going to judge you for being a part of, but this person is ultimately going to end up being a part of it with you. I heard a new reign of power. It's giving me the energy. Right, how it was just there weren't this many states and this many countries and shit before, and now that's what it is. Like segregation. Okay, so tribes. Something about tribes. You're the descendant of a specific tribe that's meant to procreate with another tribe. But this is gonna make a sub. That was weird. This is gonna make a sub group of people. So new rules, new codes of ethic, new handshakes. New, right? Something is new. Something is different. I don't know. This is all being divinely guided, and it's funny because the thing that's keeping the situation from happening is also the thing that is teaching you both similar lessons. So you may be strong in another suit where somebody may lack. Somebody may be learning stuff that you are familiar with, and you may be learning something that somebody else is familiar with. So if it's you, then it's me kind of energy. Somebody could be trying to figure out how they feel about something. You could be intimidated by somebody, right? Because it's like, if this person talks about this, I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna have any idea what they're talking about. But it's actually your mind. So you could be somebody who's in the matrix, so you understand business, you understand logic very well, right? You don't give yourself enough credit spiritually. There's been things that have happened. You've taken a lot of losses, okay? A lot of deaths, I feel like, have occurred in your life, which has made your emotions dormant because you don't want to attach yourself to anything that makes you feel that you ultimately will lose, right? And this is going to be a lesson for you and how to open your heart and how to love without attachment. You don't have to own everything that you love. And you can't own everything you love. Like, even if you own some shit, you can still lose it. Like, I don't know. Okay, so somebody's nervous, self-conscious, right, of how I am. You are nervous because you're nervous to be opened up. So you're aware that somebody's gonna teach you something, right? But you're fighting the lesson. You're fighting going after something because you're telling yourself that you're not ready to learn the lesson. The lessons, plural. And this could be because in the past you maybe worked with people before and they betrayed you, okay? I feel like you were always the last option to people, for people. Like, people always would choose you last, right? Somebody will always choose somebody else over you. Something about being cooler. I'm hearing that song by Mike Posner, or Posner, whatever it is. Cooler than me. Right? LA's palm trees. And then I heard knees weak, arm spaghetti. Somebody's funny. Okay, you're funny. You're funny. Alright, energy, justice, balance. Okay. I don't know. Let's see, y'all. Let's see what it is. You could also be a earth sign. I mean, not an earth sign, but you could be an air sign. I heard Gemini. Okay, when the air start blowing. Like, I heard Gemini, or you could have Gemini highly aspected in your chart. So you could have like a. Okay, can you please not go farther than that? 'Cause I don't want to get up. Oh my gosh. feel like the wind's doing the reading. Let me see what these cards say with the world. So you're... So let's say you were expecting trouble from a certain situation, right? But you didn't listen to your intuition, and trouble actually came. So everything that was hidden was coming out. There's no balance. And also, like, you have to let go of something. You have to let go of the need to know it all, or for it to make sense before you do something. Like, you're trying to make something make sense that's not going to make sense until you do it, because even once you do it, you're not going to really have the words to explain all of what something is. Like, something's not going to be like you're not going to be able to, like, you're going to feel it, but you're not going to be able to explain it. And when you do explain it, it's going to be very simple sentences that you feel like it's not going to give it justice. It's not going to do it justice. But you do have to be okay with making power moves. You have to be okay with moving on. You have to be okay with being the one that thinks outside the box. You have to be okay with being the one that goes against tradition, because that's who you were destined to be. Okay, it's not even like it. King of Cups. Okay, right? So you could not like. Okay, right. Right, so you could be somebody who believes in God, right? But you're not really into the deities and the crystals and the shit like that, right? Right, and I was just thinking about how they say, like, you know, woman is responsible for introducing man back to God, right? I feel like women are more into like crystals and like self-care and like rituals and shit like that, right? The act of doing something. And I feel like this is essentially right, God. So God wants you to acquaint yourself with the gods, and also the God inside of you. Like, we were put on the planet to do shit that, like, you could think that something goes against nature, but if you're using nature to do something, it doesn't. The elements were put here for us to utilize them. So you could be looking into like crystals and how to set up protection around your house using crystals, barium, how to stay connected to certain areas. Look, this shit is really wicked. Like, this shit is really wicked. Like, this is why voodoo and all this shit is being brought to our attention. Not for us to practice it, but there are parts within these things, these practices and shit, that actually will work for our benefit. And when it comes to raising the vibration instead of lowering the vibration, okay? There also, just as there is a spiritual war, there is a literal war in the physical realm, right? These people are playing smarter, not harder. So when it comes to physical violence and shit like that, it's been a pullback from that. Why? Because they have been fucking us mentally, right? By lying to us, distracting us from the truths and shit like that. And I feel like this union, particularly that I'm speaking of, is meant to come together, because these two people are gonna break. I heard you're gonna break every law, but you're gonna fix it. How something should be. This is crazy. A more structured code of ethic. Geometry, symmetry, artillery. You need a spiritual artillery. Something about my phone's literally always dying. I don't know. Let me pull these cards. Let's see. I should sit in the sun. It's a little windy over here. I don't want anybody else to watch me though. I see a white butterfly, 9 of Swords. I heard pressed. Oh, so this is a... So I picked up on this energy before, but the air sign, and I said air sign Gemini, the cousin or the friend that you've been sketchy of, somebody is in despair because they have no choice but to move on from the situation because you're aware of something when it comes to some type of fortune. I heard block me out, sign me out, cut me out. So somebody tried to cut you out of some type of deal or something underhandedly. Somebody that they were working with isn't that smart when it comes to wordplay. You could write, you could be a poet, so you understand, you pay attention to how people say things. You also are I see the Queen of Swords too on the bottom. You also aren't afraid to call people out on their bullshit, okay? Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers. So somebody, you found out why somebody doesn't want you to be with somebody. Like you found out the real reason behind why somebody doesn't want you to be with somebody or be around somebody or go in a partnership with somebody. And this could be because these people were collaborating behind your back. Yeah. So you could be just giving somebody a cut of something and then making them move out of whatever this position is. You need somebody that tells you the truth, not somebody that lies, looks you in your eyes and lies to you. This person is very burdened. This person was literally like setting up their retirement, setting up their plans, setting up their bitches' future BBLs and shit. Like this person was really like living in like having this money. And it's just funny because like this is somebody who feels like they make everything happen, like their manifestations, the way that they think contributes to the overall outcome of something, but it's really because they're, I heard narcissistic. He said that with emphasis. Damn. You could be working out more or thinking about working out. Something about hitting puberty. Somebody was late to it, or you thought that you did, but you didn't, and then when you did, you were like, oh shit, I look different. The Queen of Wands, the Chariot, the Emperor I see. Okay, so there's background noise, conflict with Queen of Wands. Could be legal trouble. Somebody got caught in a lie. Precursor, some old shit. Somebody who probably smoked cigarettes or is a sister to you. You guys are in the family dynamic. Okay, what's, fuck them, fuck those bitches. What's with this union and this facility? Also, so the world, the 8 of Pentacles. Somebody sees you as a muse to them. I just got really calm. Somebody's really calm. somebody's gonna come across like really calm, but it's like they're trying not to like it's like this person's gonna like center themselves, right? And then they're gonna talk to you, right? But it's gonna be like this person doesn't want you to feel like there's any motives behind them speaking to you. But also a part of it is this person. So you could have struggled with maybe you like have the ability of foresight, so you have like premonitions and shit like that. So sometimes you would think that you would be manipulating people when you would go about obtaining what it is that you saw in your head, right? So maybe you try not to, you suppress that ability of foresight because you feel like people don't really understand how abilities work and how things work. Especially you. You're like you're a different dimensional being. So it's like, yeah, you knew somebody would respond to something a certain type of way, but you also knew that it would trigger healing inside of them, and that's a part of your position on this plane. Even when you have the foresight, some people have foresight, but they don't really have the foresight. It's because you're working with God. Like, you're working very closely to God. Like, you're sitting literally right next to him, and you're like leaning over, like, okay. I feel like a lot, some of you, he has free reign over, I heard forfeited your rights. So you could have given God the right to conduct your behavior, take away your free will. There we go. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, you could have did that to stay away from that, because maybe you felt like you were being sneaky, but you really just have abilities that are very potent, and you're now aware that your experiences are validated, okay? So you could be kind of getting out of that energy where you feel like that, which is bringing things closer, like you're seeing things, but now you're accepting the things that you see, and you're not putting too much energy into them. You're just kind of flowing with it, because you know that everything that is divinely set up to happen is going to happen the way that it's supposed to happen. So it's less emphasis on it. So this person's energy may be very calm, cool, and collected, because this person has accepted that this is going to be what it is, what you've already foreseen. So this is also going back to that idea of somebody who gets attached to the things that make them happy, and they don't want them to like leave their life. Okay, this is a part of you learning that lesson as well. Somebody is still a star regardless to how much bullshit they go through. Like, no matter how much this person goes through, they still play the game. Like, they still are present and taking responsibility for their own life, birthing new things into their existence, and really stepping into their own power, regardless to feeling all the attacks. Like, this person feels everything a lot, very empathetic. This could be somebody who has, use their phone as a distraction, okay? Or this person could use their phone to work. So you could be a content creator, but this person is still a star. Like, this is behind all of this. So this is why this person's energy could be confusing to you, because you see them in this way, but behind the scenes, it's like, oh no, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot, okay? But ultimately, right, I feel like this is, the closer this person heals, the closer you both get to healing, the more something balances out in your life, and the more closer you get to that win. I feel like this is the win. Somebody got cold feet, or you're afraid to get your feet wet, because then you're just gonna want to go swimming, right? Okay. Right, the wind just picked up when it said that, and then the Knight of Swords came out. But somebody doesn't care about that anymore. So action, forward movement. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Temperance card. So you want to go into something. Yeah, you're being judged. Your spirit guides are guiding you to take a certain action. This could come in the form of doing something for somebody. Something that sparks a conversation. I heard a booking anonymously. Somebody just wants to see something. You can have like shuttered doors, like shuttered glass doors to like your closet, or like a part of your something in your closet, like an armoire or something, can have shuttered doors. It could be white or like a tan. Somebody's about to change the fuck out of somebody's life. Okay, so this is like really deep, because this is something that's gonna change the world. But it's funny because it goes back to that saying, like, if you want to change the world, then you start with yourself. And these are two people who have literally done that. Like, they've literally done that. I don't know. This is it's a yes for me. The Magician, the 5 of Cups. Because somebody's under attack. I actually had a vision of someone who was being attacked essentially by agents, right? And yeah, because they look like agents. Because when in the vision, when I seen it, it was like the people with the sunglasses, right? And they came for this person, and they had this person like literally in a fucking chokehold. But like this person was like screaming. But as I looked closer to what I was seeing, it was spiritual. It was in a spiritual sense. So that made me realize that it was magic. So somebody is getting magic done on them, okay? And you could be praying, you could be doing all that shit, right? But the reason that it keeps happening, there's something inside of yourself that you need to heal. There's something that you're looking at a certain type of way that God actually wants you to do and experience, so that you understand what it is, so that you come up with your own consensus about magic and shit like that, crystals and manifesting and whatever the fuck, right? There could be somebody who's into something that you need to do, that's going to come across your path, that's going to do it, and you're going to have a different perspective of it when you see this person do what they do. Or even conversations explain something a certain way. My phone's about to die, so I'm going to end this message here. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. If you resonate with anything in this message, leave a comment, like the video if you stayed for its eternity. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I also heard that somebody's father is burdened by the fact that they're about to be the one in power, in position. Your father secretly, he probably never really paid you that much attention, or like the amount of attention that you felt like you needed or wanted from him. It's because this person always knew in their soul that you were next up. And somebody has a issue with like growing old, okay? So yeah, bye guys.